on to put ourselves together on this course, to introduce ourselves, to meet each other, to make us get familiar with what we're going to be doing in the next 4 weeks. So having said that, I welcome everyone to today's session, and I welcome everyone to this meeting and to this wonderful sustainable biodiversity training. And I hope that we're going to enjoy ourselves, and I hope that we're going to have full cooperation with each other. I'm going to share my screen now, and then I will run through the agenda that we have for today. Please permit me to share my screen. Can we all see my screen, please?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So today,
Yes.
yes, thank you. Once in a while, when we ask questions like that, yes, you can use the reaction buttons, or you can go and talk, unmute yourself and speak. So today, we're going to welcome each other, and then we'll talk about the agenda, which I have welcomed everyone. And now I'm going to run through the agenda. And then after the agenda, we'll meet the trainer. You will talk a little bit about ourselves so that you get to know us. After that, we ask you to introduce yourselves in a particular format that we're going to share with you so that we can all know each other and we can see each other. And please, when you are introducing yourself, if you're in a good place, you can quickly put on your camera so that we can see the face behind the voice. And so if peradventure I come to Kenya, I can see who the person is. So after that, we go to the training objective for this entire course. After the training objective, you're going to share with us the training formats, tips on how to work remotely, the mode of communication throughout this training session. And then we'll go on to explain what is in Taiwan of the KOLEACP e-learning page. And then we also explain what is in Tile 2 and what is expected of us to do before our session on Monday. And then we welcome a few questions and we answer them. And so this is the program for today. And I hope that if there's any important thing along the line, please use the reaction buttons. If you look at your panel on your Zoom link, you will see the reaction buttons there. If you want to speak at any point in time, kindly use the raise hand button, and then we'll give the floor to you. And if you are not in a good place to speak, you can put your question in a chat, and then we will read the question, and then we will get back to you. Thank you so much. I will stop sharing screen now, and then we'll move on to what we have for today. Can we all see my screen, please?
Yes, please. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Thank you. So welcome again to Sustainable Biodiversity Management Training on KOLEACP. This today is our introductory meeting. Like I said, we're just going to introduce ourselves, and it's for 1 hour. And so we're going to stay to the time and not exceed, because we know that everyone is busy. We are all CEOs and big officers in our different establishments. So what we want to do, like I've said, I've run through the agenda today. We want you to meet us, and we also, the trainers, want to meet you. We want to restate overall training objective of this course, and we want to introduce the training format to you. We want you to know how to work remotely, even without us being there, and the mode of communication throughout this training session. And then we'll navigate through the module session, Tier 1 and Tier 2. When we get there, we explain what a tile is to you and how you understand that this is Tier 1, this is Tier 2 when we talk. And then we quickly have few question and answer, and then we summarize today's meeting. So meet the trainer. My name is Olaumi Benedict, and I have a 10 years experience in working with smallholders and medium enterprise in the agricultural organic value chain. I am a trainer in organic agriculture, even though I know the conventional, but I stick to organic agriculture. I also train in sustainable environmental management. That is why I'm on this course. And I'm a trained farm inspector. I inspect farms for organic. I'm also a consultant and a trainer with International Federation of Organic Movement, Organics International. That is the overall body that governs organic agriculture in the whole world. And today I'm a technical expert with Kole ACP in the capacity building in sustainable biodiversity management. With this, I welcome you to this course. And nationality, I am a Nigerian, but I live in Ghana. Thank you.
All right, good morning once again. I'm the co-trainer on this training course. My name is Egmonton Ayatokumbo. You can call me Hayo. I have experience in crop protection, plant health, and biopesticide production. Of course, I'm a lead trainer in environment safety and plant health management system. Also, I have a skill in sustainable natural resource use, and of course, an effective plant pathology technique application. I'm also a resource person and trainer in mycotoxin production, in particularly with regard to wheat. Of course, I'm also into plant extract manipulation where we produce biopesticides, and of course, the application of these plant extracts on the farm to manage disease and to prevent disease in such a way that it will be environmental friendly. All of these we practice in Nigeria and in diaspora. Of course, for the sake of this training, this training program, I'm technical expert, and I will be taking you all in sustainable management of biodiversity. And we are with Coach Recipe. Thank you. Okay, I haven't gone through our introduction. You already know us now. We would like to know you all. Of course, we've been seeing you on our WhatsApp page, and we would like you to share with us your name, your country, your organization, where you work, your role in your organization, and your years of experience in your current role, and of course, what you are expecting to take out of this training. So from here, I'm going to start with Daniel. So we love you to unmute yourself, Daniel, and tell us about yourself using this order: your name, your country, organization. Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Daniel Otieno. I come from Kenya. I work for a company called VegPro Kenya Limited. It's an exporter of fresh vegetables and fresh cut flowers. My main role currently in the company, I'm the production manager in charge of one of the production units, which is 210 hectares for production. I've been in the role in the company for the last 12 years, but generally I've had experience in the industry for the last 17 years, which is mainly agronomy in fresh vegetables. My expectation from the training is at least to refresh and maybe learn more on ways of using biological diversity in a way and at a rate that will be sustainable, leading to a longer term availability of the resources. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. We are pleased to meet you. Okay, you can mute yourself and over to Chido Metewa. Okay, please unmute yourself. We would like to see your face too.
Hello. I hope you can see my face. I'm using my mobile phone. Okay, my name is Chidomatewa, Dr. Chidomatewa. I'm from Zimbabwe. I've the company for now 3 years and members. And I've been making a transition from my profession, which was in development communication. And we are setting up an outgrower scheme, focusing on organic produce, because we have some markets which we want organic produce from Zimbabwe. So we are happy to be part of this training, because we are going to learn a lot for us to know more about organic farming and how to work with our environment. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. We are pleased to meet with you. Okay, please mute yourself. And while we move to Noble, please, Noble, unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Noble. Okay, if Noble is unavailable now, can we move to Odeyale Timothy? Over to you, Odeyale Timothy. You can unmute yourself.
Morning.
Good morning, please. Yeah, can we see your face?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, we can no longer hear you now.
Can you see my? Okay. Hello, morning.
Okay, good morning. Okay, Odeyale Timothy now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please, you can go ahead.
Yes. My name is Odeyale Timothy from Nigeria, and I currently work with LATC Agro. We use in greenhouse span of almost 5 hectares. And my current role in the company is a farm supervisor. And yes, and the work role is 3 years. I think accountant, how to actually make it have a sustainable agricultural production. Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Odeyale Timothy. Okay, is Noble available now? If you are available, Noble, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself in this format.
Noble has introduced himself on the chat. His name is Noble Roland Opokiri. I hope I pronounce it well. From Nigeria, his organization is Lact Agro, and probably will tell us later his years in his current role and his expectation in this training. So we can move on, please.
All right, thank you very much. I'll welcome every one of you to this training. Okay, we'll move over to the next item on the session now.
Okay. Thank you all for introducing yourself and sharing with us your current role and your expectation for this training. The training objective, why are we here? Why are we doing this course? By the end of this training, everyone participating will be able to understand the different types of biodiversity. We have different types of biodiversity. We have wild biodiversity, we have domestic biodiversity, we have landscape, and you understand how to use these different types of biodiversity. Then you also understand the role of the egg rows, the refuge areas, the buffer and flower strips, and the relationship between all these elements. We will understand and know how to assess the quality of biodiversity. Then also we'll know and or understand the impact of the various production systems on biodiversity. We'll be able to measure what is our current production system. You will be able to decide when we go through that learning process, what is my current production system and how can I improve on it? Then we'll also be able to know and analyze the practices that can generate a risk of biodiversity loss. What are the things that we can do on our farms or at our horticultural establishment that can generate risk and can cause biodiversity losses? We're going to know this and we're going to analyze this together, and then everyone will be able to analyze that in your different establishment. Then lastly, we'll be able to identify recommended practices to preserve or restore biodiversity. Those who are already working towards biodiversity, they'll be able to preserve it. And those who are not doing anything, they'll be able to restore those biodiversity elements that are already lost in their horticultural establishment.
Okay, so we are going to have our training format. The way we are going to be doing this training in such a way that you are going to enjoy it and you are going to find it comfortable while we do it. So on this training, we are going to have a synchronous session, which is also a live session, just as we are having it now. And it's going to be taking place on Mondays and Thursday. And the timing is 7 o'clock to 8:30 GMT. We already posted to you or sent you a mail on your respective time zone. So we would like you to be familiar with your time zone so that we will not miss the timing. And of course, we are going to have an asynchronous session where you are going to self-train. I mean, it is a time you are going to be having a self-training. No, you are going to decide what you do by yourself, but we'll make it in such a way that it's comfortable. You can go through it. We have we have a kind of training support for you, which we have we have sent to your mails, and of course we have them on the training platform that you can access easily, and you can go through the exercise very easy and convenient. And of course that will be taking place on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays, and of course it's going to be at your convenience. And thirdly, we are going to have this training period will last for just 4 weeks from 9th of August, which is on Monday, on Monday, to the 3rd of September. I mean, next month. So within this period of time, you are going to, we assure you that you are going to have a nice time. And we want to also assure you that you are going to have a good time with us. Thank you. Of course, the next one on this item is the tip on how to work remotely. I can, of course, we for this training, you are going to be needing a good internet connection, a good internet support. We advise that you get a place, a location where you have a strong internet band so that you can easily and freely access the internet, because working on Zoom will require that you have a strong internet, because you are going to cover the picture, you are going to cover the audio. So a strong internet bandwidth will be required. So we want to implore you that you get a place within now and the next meeting, which is on Monday. where you can get a good internet and support, and where you can also be comfortable, where you can be free to express yourself, ask questions if need be. And of course, you are going to be setting aside a training time. Of course, we will not dissociate from the fact that you will need a time for yourself, at least 1 hour, 30 minutes for a live session like this. You are going to need that time. So we want to advise that you create that time, as just we have highlighted for you, between the hours of 7 o'clock to 8:30 GMT, and you just align that with your respective time zone. Just that time, you will need it. And of course, the asynchronous session where you alone will be deciding what you will be doing with regard to what we have sent to your mail and what you have access to on the Colesipi e-platform. Of course, you will need that time too, amidst your busy schedule, in order to be enabling equipped with what this training stands for. You also need to set that time for yourself so that you can get it and get it well. And thirdly, you will need to identify a venue for yourself, a venue where you could be comfortable, just as I highlighted the other time, a venue where the internet support is also okay, in order for you to enjoy what we have for you on this training. Okay, for the mode of communication, for this training session, we'll be using our emails. And I believe that all of us will have been receiving email from Kolesipi. You've been receiving email from Sami, from Holawumi, and of course from myself. So we are going to be using our email. So your email will be active during this period and subsequently. And of course, we are going to be using our WhatsApp. An average person now have access to WhatsApp, and that is why we chose to use WhatsApp, so that you can easily identify and link up with the messages and the information you have at hand. Of course, we are going to be using Zoom just as we are using now. This is what we will be using to reach ourselves on live sessions. And of course, for the technical challenges on the training platform, once you go to e-learning at ecolesipi.org, once you access it and you have anything, difficult challenges, you can also send us a mail, just like we've been sending you mail. You can also send us a WhatsApp chat, just like we've been chatting ourselves up. And of course, you can come to live session like this and ask those questions, and you can be sure that we are going to put you through. And of course, inform the trainers as well. You can send us personal messages. We have our email addresses on the Kolesipi website, and we have our personal email addresses, even our personal contacts and WhatsApp contacts. You can send us a personal, info, or a personal, personal challenge, and we'll be able to resolve it in due time. Okay.
So, model platform Tawan, we want to ask anyone not yet registered on the e-learning platform. You have to go to the e-learning platform and register. If you have never done any course in Kolesipi, you have to first of all register on the e-learning platform. And then we have sent you the link to this particular course and the key, an enrollment key that you need to put there before you can access this course. So I will take us now, I'll stop sharing the screen, and then I will take us to the learning, Kolesipi e-learning platform shortly. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take us through Taiwan, which is the Kolesipi and what Kolesipi stands for. Permit me to share my screen now. Okay. For many of us that are familiar with this, the process, we'll have seen something like this on the e-learning platform, where you have the course presentation, the introduction, and like that. So for this moment, I'll be sharing with us CoLSP presentation, what we stand for, who we are. Now, CoLSP is an association of fruit and vegetable operators from Europe, importers and distributors, then logistics. And ACP countries, producer and exporter of fresh and produce processed fruits and vegetables. We are based in Brussels, that is in Belgium, and the association promotes sustainable trade between ACP and Europe, EU countries, but also support local and regional sustainable trade. Briefly, I'm going to play a clip for us. I'm going to be very snappy about it.
Tell me, John. Take a look. Here's the photo of a company that produces fresh mango in Mali. And this is a picture of Marlene.
Hello, my name is Marlene Amegampwe, and I'm the General Manager of SES International.
How interesting. Marlene is 27 years old and originally from Benin. The company that she runs has seen incredible growth. In 2007, SCS had a turnover of 30,000 euros. In 2014, it was 1.5 million.
What happened? Has Marlene found oil in her fields?
No. Amongst other things, the company benefited from EU assistance.
What? The European Union invests in African companies?
No, not directly. SCS is supported by COLI ACP.
Collier what?
COLI ACP, the Europe, Africa, Caribbean, Pacific Liaison Committee. We're an interprofessional organization from the private sector. We represent producers and exporters of fruit and vegetables in the south and European importers in the north.
And what do you do?
Together, we account for more than 85% of the flow of fruit and vegetables from ACP countries to Europe. For 40 years now, our entrepreneurs have been aware of the importance of their role in the development of their region.
But where on earth do you come from?
At the end of the 90s, regulations on food products became more stringent in the EU. There was a risk of losing an important market for exporters in the south, which would have had a catastrophic socio-economic impact for small producers. We alerted the European Commission, which worked with the ACP group of states to design and finance a technical assistance program. This program was entrusted to COLI ACP. It's called the PIP.
Strange name.
PIP is well known in ACP countries. Millions of small producers have benefited from it and have been able to meet this challenge. Let me illustrate what I mean. Imagine the regulations as a train that's constantly moving forward and doesn't stop. The ACP producers are afraid they'll miss the train.
And?
Well, COLI ACP gave them the means to catch the train and climb aboard. And it doesn't stop there. COLI ACP is now ahead of the train. We anticipate evolutions in the market. We pay close attention to railway points.
Railway points?
Well, for instance, without knowing it, we anticipated the principles of social responsibility. Along with the European Commission, we also pioneered public-private partnerships for development.
Okay, so that is what we stand for. That is what we do at CoLSP. And you will also like to know that it is better, we like to better understand the principle of CoLSP interventions, just like we have watched. And of course, I would have loved to play this video, but I'm going just to give us a very short clips of it, and you will see how we are back on trust and finance.
Marlene took on an ethical approach. We advised her, but she had the potential.
You are a kind of coach.
Exactly. The support provided by the European Development Fund has a leverage effect. As soon as customers are confident in a company's performances, it gains the trust of financial backers too.
Any figures?
SCS now exports 1,500 tons of fresh mangoes to Europe. Marlene is in a much better position to access various funding sources for her investment projects.
Is that a lot? 1,500 tons of mangoes.
SCS is still an SME, but its growth is impressive. It's gone from exporting 2 containers in 2007 to 60 in 2014. At the start, Marlene worked with 40 small producers, all certified, and today she works with 5 times that number.
For the capacity building, as you call it, do you send the European experts in the field? That must cost an arm and a leg.
No, we work with local resources. Now look, this young woman is called Nyama. She goes to villages and trains growers who produce fruit for SCS. Koli ACP designed the educational materials.
But this Niama, then is she paid by Koli ACP?
No, she is employed by SCS. Marlene hired her. But Nyama was trained by a local consultant, who in turn had been trained by Koli ACP. In fact, we train trainers. We put together both technical and pedagogical training. We have developed tools and a methodology that works really well in the field. We've also set up an e-learning platform.
How many people out there are like Niama?
There are tens of thousands in companies trained by our network of around 1,000 consultants. We have in fact created self-sustaining support mechanisms.
You seem quite proud.
Yes, we're happy to see the experts that we've trained offering their services in other ACP countries, the South-South Cooperation. And I'd go even further. These local consultants now contribute to the design of our future interventions. They add their input to our methodology and to our tools. You could almost call it a South-North cooperation.
All right. Interestingly, you will agree with me that many of us are into this, and we at ColSCP will be helping you to to develop and become bigger in your respective businesses. Of course, the Fit for the Market, the FFM program, and to find out more about the Fit for the Market program, please browse on this. Once you get to this, the website, the ColSCP e-learning platform, just click on this. Once you click on it, it will take you directly to FFM, Fit for Market. Then find the ColSCP on social networks. Once you are on your platform, on your social network, you will see us there. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on LinkedIn, of course, and every other social network, as you can see here, we are everywhere. We are here to empower you and help you develop your business. Thank you very much. Over to you, allow me.
Thank you, Mr. Ayo. Sorry, 1 minute.
Allow me, could I share from here? Okay, good.
So whenever you go to the course page, this is what you will see on the course page. And then it will tell you to log in. You must have a password. You must have your email will be registered, and you have a password like you just see on my screen. Then you're going to have this page. This whole page is what you will see when you log in into the Sustainable Biodiversity Management training. Like I said before, this all that I'm touching with my cursor are the tiles. The ColSCP, where you see ColSCP presentation, is the first tile. The introduction is the second tile. Then we move to week 1. Week 1 is what we're going to do from Monday next week to Friday next week. So we'll follow through like that till we'll get to the end of the course. Now I am going to take us through the introduction tile. So the introduction tile, welcome on board. We are welcoming you September 2021. And it's a asynchronous session, which is 6 hours per week. You need to dedicate 6 hours of your time to go through the tiles, to do the assignments. We're going to see that the assignments, they are materials to read online. So we expect that you dedicate 6 hours of your time throughout the week. So, but you don't have to do that once. You can decide to do 1 hour per day, and then you are able to finish the entire tile throughout the week. Then we have synchronous sessions, which is going to be on Monday and Thursdays, which is going to be 1.5 hours per session. And each session will have, we're going to go through a learning process. During this training, you'll be asked to read materials. Like I said, you're going to watch a lot of video. You're going to do specific exercise, which is specific to each module. And some of the exercises are particular that you have to do because you have to go to your farm. You have to be familiar with your enterprise, with your horticultural farm, and be able to answer the questions based on your farm, not based on another person's enterprise. And if you have two people that are from the same establishment, it is good that you are able to do this assignment by yourself so that you understand the question. And if you have any challenge, like we have said, you are to communicate to us through email or on the WhatsApp. And if you have any question related to the platform, please contact the e-learning at colecp.org. So what is in the training introductory style, the training schedule and the objective? So if you look at YCOSO, you can download the training program. If you download this training program, it will tell you what we're going to do every week. It will tell you the different topics that we're going to treat every week and what it entails in each topic. And then you come to the training topics and the training subtopics. So if you open this, you're going to see the different training topics. And then if you click down each module, you're going to see the sequence. Those are the lessons, but in Colecp, we call them sequence. You're going to see the sequence, the topics that are in each module that we are going to treat for each module. So you can go through it and then you can be able to familiarize yourself with the entire course. One thing that you will see very well is that each week is restricted. So for now, you can only see the Colecp page. You can only look at the welcome page. Why did we restrict it? Because we do not want participants to go into the module and start asking questions that we are still going to talk about. So we want you to progress gradually into the course. That is why it is restricted. Then you look at the overall objective, which we have shared before of this course. Going through that, you come to the session about the trainers. You're going to read about us, more about us. We've just shared with you a little bit about ourselves. But if you click on this file, you're going to read more about us. And then with this video, you can actually talk about us. You watch a video about who we are and what we do, and then you can really get familiar with us, your trainers. Then we asked you to start your training. How do you start your training? Number one, you have to answer the questionnaire below on the entry knowledge on the training and give your expectation. So, and you have to introduce yourself on the forum and you go through the training material. So this is very important and I'm going to open it for us. Once you click on this, it's going to take you to this questionnaire page. I, as a trainer, I can't access this. So you as a participant are the ones that can answer these questions. So it's not a test to be marked. It is for us to understand what you know already and what you don't know. So it helps us to prepare better and help us to cover the gaps that you want to learn. And then you move to the next information which says introduce yourself to the group. This, you have to follow this layout. You put your name, your gender, your year of experience in the food chain sector, the organization that you work with, your designation, that is your role in your organization, your best food, we want to know what do you like to eat, your hobbies, what are your hobbies, what do you like to do, and the country where you actually come from or where you're working from. So this helps the entire group because everybody is going to see it. This helps us to know who each other is. And probably when we travel to each other's country, we can visit each other or we can call on each other. Then the training material. This is where you find all the training materials that we are going to use. Even though each week still has its own training material, but you can download these materials and then you can start reading through them. And then you can keep them for reference sake. So we have the last information which says tips to study remotely. We've shared with you some tips on how to study remotely. We've put there some videos that you need to watch because there are some tools that we are going to use in this process. You have to carry out all the activities in this session. We'd like you to watch the video. We have one of the tools that we are going to use, which is called a wood clap. A wood clap is a training app that we are going to use to answer some of the questions. So if you watch this tutorial, it's going to help you to be able to navigate through the wood clap when we are using it. Also, we have other tools there. We have on there, we have palettes. Palette is another tool that you're going to see how to use palette also, and then you'll be able to learn how to use palette. So if you go through all this session, you'll be able to see all the tools that you need to learn in this that we are going to work with in this Kole ACP course. And if you have any question at any point in time, please feel free to speak to us. Feel free to send us a WhatsApp on the group page. Feel free to send us email if you are comfortable with email, and copy both of us, myself and Ayo, in the email, and we'll answer your questions accordingly. Thank you, and we're going to entertain a question and answer from us. Please, like I said, if you want to speak, unmute yourself. Use the reaction button. If you want to speak and someone is speaking, you use the reaction button to raise your hand, or once the person drops, you can quickly unmute yourself and speak. And if you're in a place where you cannot speak, you can type through the chat box. Thank you. I'll stop screen sharing now. So over to us. We can answer questions now.
I think we understood.
Thank you, Madam Chido. Any other question? Mr. Daniel, Nobu, Chinedu, do you have any particular question you want to ask or a clarification? Or maybe I should ask, have we all registered for the course?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I have.
Okay, thank you. Have we all registered for this course on the Kole ACP platform?
Yes.
Thank you. So for anybody that have not registered, please, we advise between today and before Monday, that you please this weekend, that you please go ahead and register on the platform, and then you'll be able to see all that we have shared, and you'll be able to watch the videos, and you'll be able to do the entry questionnaire, which is very important. And like I said, it's not a test, it's not a test that we want to score. It's just for us to understand if you know certain things or the gaps, and for us to be able to prepare very well. And then we want you to introduce yourself for everybody to know each other, and for us when we are chatting in a forum, so that you know who is speaking and where the person is coming from. And another thing, thank you, Mr. Boswell. And another thing that we would like to say is that we would like us to come on time. It is very important that we arrive on time to our sessions, our live sessions. It is very important that when it is the time at your respective time zone, you are already online like 5 minutes before the time, so that you can test your device, you can test your microphones, you can see that everything, the environment you are will be able for you to speak, or your broadband is working effectively. So we would like us to come early, and so that we can also finish on time, because this time is also going to be monitored by Kole ACP. So we encourage all of us to come at the same time we start the session, and then we can end at the exact time that we need to finish the course, so that we can all have time to do other things that we need to do, or we have time to go back to our work schedule. And then we also have time to go on the pages whenever we want to, and feel free to do the assignment. Every week has its own assignment, like I've said. Every week has its own reading documents that we need to read. It's good that we read them. It's good that we embrace ourselves of this information as much as we can. But it's also important that we do the assignment, because those assignments from week 1 will be marked, and that will form our end results at the end of the training. Thank you. Ayo, any other comment or summary from you?
Okay, thank you, allow me. From here, I do not have any comment other than to appreciate the participants for making themselves available. We understand the fact that the time frame is very tight. I mean, for us as professionals, and you still make it to this session. So we want to appreciate you from Kole City. Thank you for coming. All right.
Thank you, Ayo. And on this note, if there's no further question from anyone, I would like to end the session. Like I said, we are going to keep to time. It is 1 hour. It's going to be 1 hour. For our live sessions from Monday and Thursdays, it's going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes. And it's going to be strictly 1 hour, 30 minutes. So please avail yourself. Tell your if you are working somewhere and they've registered you to take this session, to take this course, please tell them the time, and so that they will give you that space for that 1.5 hours for you to enjoy the course, so that you will not be asking questions that has already been covered in the live sessions. And then you can ask questions that are relevant to each week, and then we can discuss as professionals and help each other much better. Thank you, and have a very good weekend, and see you on Monday. Bye for now.
All right, bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye-bye.
All right, have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Dangerous. Itu jangan bikin, kita making us.